Hello, welcome back to Centauri Alliance. But it's gotta be the last time, right? We've gotta finish this today. Hopefully, hopefully. We're right at the end. I'm pretty sure. Hi, welcome back to Centauri Alliance. Aye, we're here on. I think it's the Fractyr Homeworld. Probably. We got teleported here toward the end of last session after we found a big matter mission device down in the bottom of the Fractyrian pyramid on Kepavar. We explored the pyramid, learned how to turn our frontliner there, Rhea, into a Fractyrian, taught her how to be a shape master, and being a shape master allows her to turn into a Fractyrian, and you need a Fractyrian to activate the matter mission device in the basement. And we did that, and we got teleported somewhere, and so we're probably here on the Fractyr Homeworld. And that's probably good, right? It's, we've been exploring the place. We ran into a big hologram that like teleports us back to Luna Base if we don't disable the trap. So, they've got security measures. They've got a bunch of robots wandering around doing robot things, attacking intruders, which is us. Having the Fractyrian in the party doesn't stop that, which is unfortunate. But I suppose we do still need to have random encounters. It's just because of the game, the dungeon crawler, so we have to fight the robot. Anyway, we're looking around this Fractyrian homeworld for some reason. I don't think we really have a concrete goal here. Just wander around. Maybe you'll find something eventually. We picked up Arian, Dawnsai mercenary captain. As it turns out, wasn't a traitor at all along. He was investigating the Dayneb presence on Kepavar, stumbled upon the fact that apparently it was Ambassador Renfrew, actual traitor who was working with Dayneb, and we believed him immediately because why wouldn't we? Anyway, Renfrew is the one who sent us out to assassinate Varian in the first place, which does kind of make sense. He's tying up loose ends. He doesn't want someone out there to squeal. It kind of makes sense that Daynab was holding him captive instead of killing him themselves too, because holding on to him like insurance to make sure that Renfrew didn't double cross them down the road. So that's fine. We picked him up and he told us, "Hey, I have the combination to the vault, Daynab HQ, and in that vault, a key lets us into Fractyrian fortress on the planet. Renfrew wants to get hold of the technology in the fortress so that he can take clients, and then I assume Daynab gets something out of that to like gives them some of the Fractyrian tech, maybe lets them have some of the borders. Anyway, so presumably we put a stop to that somehow. That's probably what we're trying to do. I don't know how, but yeah, which we're just continuing to let's continue to explore. We're almost done this game. Let's go. All right. Thankfully, our psionic. Go south for take ahead of me. Take a snapshot here. Should be whatever that. A holographic image appears for you. Long forgotten tongue. Forgive me, my friends. You were mistaken for unwanted intruders. Please proceed to a area of the automated sentries. Also, avoid the cyber room. Password to gain access to our chambers. Lachesis. Avoid cyber room. Password. SOS. Okay. My powers feel limited. Not here, though. Just somewhere else. Okay. All right. To the bottom of snapshot. Base. Cyber room. Better. Do. Actually, I should transform my Andromeda. 8. 7. Back. Okay. All right. Out the other door from this center. Let's just be a one-way door. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Has chromed up walls, which hum gently when touched. A blinking red panel draws your attention. Someone whispers, "Fiber version." Touch it. I have to see what it does. Something has happened to Drac. Okay, Drac is now a cyborg, apparently. Very cool. Yeah, he's now a mech. Oh, he's not even like a real character anymore. And he still use psi powers. He can still cast spells. But we get green for him. Kill screen. How weird. Okay, so that's the cyber room. It turns a character into a cyborg. Want to turn a character into a cyborg? Probably not. But you know what's so bad about being a cyborg? Why did the Fractyrians even have this room? I don't know. A bit weird. The fact that he still has his psi ability, kind, kind of, kind of amusing to me. Can I access his inventory anymore? Is everything he was carrying just gone now? It is. I can't access his inventory. Okay, let's reload that. Let's not turn him into a cyborg. As cool as that was, I guess we will make him like a playable character type. Most the Fractyrians often cyberize themselves. Have otherwise have that door. something. Um, Teleporters or anything. Doors. Down here. All right. Um, no one can get by. Doesn't go. Does. on the future. Yeah, it does a fair bit of psi damage too, doesn't it? Same pattern. Something big in there. It'll be a one door. Bathroom. All right. Snapshot here. What do we got? Password. What do you say? Password. It's LACIN. Your tone somewhere far away. Well, I assume door opened somewhere. All right. Look, I sense big. My 7 cents or not. But something's happening. Stand before the high citizens of Fractyr. Greetings. Avoid. Not auto scroll this, please. Could you maybe not auto scroll this? No, they. All right. Greetings, O voyagers of the Alliance. Come very far in search of the secret left behind in ancient fortresses. I'm pretty sure I didn't push the button to make it advance. Want me to someone in my party. Secret is now revealed. We, the Fractyrians, still exist and have seeded the galaxy with our civilization. Your enemies have invaded Alliance space with the intention of grabbing the power of the Fractyr Homeworld. They were unable to make the journey. However, as they lacked sufficient virtue, oh, yes, we've been extremely virtuous, our party. Just so virtuous. I, we would not have aided them in any case, as we serve a higher and more noble cause than destructive power. Here you do. Your group must confront the High Count must confront the High Council of the Centauri Alliance. On the planet you call Earth, your success in persuading them is, in our opinion, dubious. If there was room in your group, one of us would have accompanied you to help you in some way with your task. Instead, you are on your own. Prepare to leave for Earth. Press a key. Oh, okay. They're just load snapshot. I assume this is open. I can get her here. I suppose it was bound to happen eventually. All right. Oh, the Fractyr High Council room. Teleport to Earth. Want to eat up High Alliance Council. Someone party. Alright, here's 2 scanners, 3 Galarian ores, 2 auto guards, 4 long-way aces, 8 satyr droids, and 2 satyr droids. Don't feel like fighting that. That's so many dudes in so many different stacks. Like, I do not have good weapons or ammunition of the type to take out that many turns. You don't take them out in the first turn. You're done. All right. This. Well, there's still stuff to explore. Places on this map I haven't been to yet. But let's finish that off. I haven't been in here. Anything? Probably. Not like there's treasure chests to find or anything in this game. Not going to find a cache of Fractyrian or ammunition. Nice. I could find random encounters against droids. And, probably get decent drops from them if I can beat, which is unlikely, that neutron field. Find the Tyrian armory. Another neutron field at the intersection. Fine. I guess we're going to Earth. Not quite done yet. I'm sure Earth won't be a large area. It's definitely the last area, right? It has to be. One we've already. Should I just mapping this out? Fine. Yep. Drawn field. Rabbits is stunned. Okay. Yeah, there was nothing here. Which is to be expected in the game. Never anything. And but yeah, here's our map of the Fractyrian sections we can get to. Password. Here's the cyber room. Here's the High Council. Here's just nothing. Homes. Here's a message where they tell you the password. They don't bother to shut off the security droids. I don't know why they even need them. Like, are they expecting a ton of people to teleport onto their planet? Apparently. Apparently they have constant problems with invaders. Or they're just extremely paranoid. Just reload our snapshot. Yes. And I guess we have to get rid of our other droid. By Balrog, you were extremely useful. Um, Greetings, boy Alliance. We're cool and we love you. And we need you to go and beat up a senator on on the council of your alliance because he's trying to take over and take our technology. We're not actually going to do anything active, but we'll send one of our dudes with to help out. One of our people will accompany tasks to prepare to leave for Earth. Press a key. Mario Disc 2. And I guess now we're going to Earth and not Luna Base. Never did actually go down to the Earth's surface. Pink now. I guess magenta. Here we are. We're on Earth. Final map. I hope it's the final map. Should take a save here. Hard save. Team 2 back in. Okay, let's start exploring. What guy? The Fractyrian. Alien. Alive. Should I, like, metamorph my, yeah, my Fractyrian person? It needs so much XP to level up, too. Bizarre. Whatever. Doors are bursting into people's homes, as we do. Maybe someone said about me bursting into their home. Understandable. But also, we are with the Alliance. It's not like anyone should know that we're at the Senator. Oh, 3 assassins. Okay, sure. I mean, that sort of makes sense. Okay, Rack had just blasted all the assassins. Got a Sears catalog. A canceled check. I Yeah, okay. Why not? I guess the assassins got paid already and already like canceled the check. Sure. Still limited. Currently, the ISI room. That for later to go. If they're going to have anti-psi room. And maybe that for later. assassins, perhaps. Attacked by one guy named and three paper pushers. Yeah, no, we definitely need to pull up. We're extremely virtuous here. That's why the Fractyrians are helping us. How virtuous they are. Just like killing guys, taking their things, apparently. Heroes. We're the good guys. They're probably working for the senator, right? They're involved in this attempt. Goes into large room. All right. Something. Overcome by a grim horde. You see two chairperson mercenary, two tapers, one red taper, one janitor robot, and three bodyguards. Five out of. Let's see how this goes. Again, we're just blasting apparently a bunch of bureaucrats who showed up. Uh, I don't know why. Just have to murder all these people. Like, oh no, here's like chairman or people. They're probably working there. Might as well kill them. Their bodyguards, red tapers. Variant attempting to activate that Psi Fist. It very clearly says that it has charges left. It says that it has 20 charges left. I don't know why it's not working. There. But a bowling ball. Why not? Feels like kind of a victory lap. Actual enemies. Or, maybe I just can water my way through a bunch of civil servants. Okay. Goes into large complex there. Currently, we're going to fight some more, government functionaries. Gotta murder everyone who works at the 4 attorneys, sure, bodyguards, 1 rock star, and 4 paper pushers. All these people have got to die. Okay, there's still a bunch of them up. Oh, the Guardians. Like I already got my ability. Well, thanks. Probably dead here. That's fine. We didn't accomplish anything. Okay, so it's not a complete lab. At least some of the characters here, some of the attorneys, can just summon like 6 or 7 guardians. What a terrible decided to put that in. Okay. Let's just load snapshot before I came to Earth, I think. Shot on Earth. Get ourselves killed with an option to reload. Yay. Foster disc. 2 back in. Okay. We're north this time. Around. We're on Earth. Someone wants to fight. Attorneys, they're 4 hexes away. I bet the attorneys are the summon guard. They would. A lighter, kitchen sink. Why not? Fill up my inventory with junk. Complex. No. Counter. Alright, so 1 Renfrew's buddy, 1 janitor robot, 2 rock stars, 4 lobbyists, 1 guy named Joe, and 3 paper pushers. Sure. dodging. Lobbyists have psychic powers and can considerable damage to me. It's fair we did attack them first. I mean, okay, yeah. The enemies here can actually kill us because they come in huge groups. And apparently they all have extreme powers. Wouldn't they? Why wouldn't a bunch of lobbyists and paper pushers have incredible psychic powers? Snapshot here. It's going poorly. Another encounter. Um, and it's just run away. Doc, get away. Load a snapshot. Okay. Hey, and I sent something big facing it from another direction too, so that room. Particularly the sun. bottom right. Skipped. Got out in this. Welcome to the Alliance launch pad. A shuttle is preparing to leave for Luna Base to board. Oh, it left me facing. Okay, so there's an exit to Luna Base. I could go back up there. Would I be able to get back down? Thing? I kind of doubt it. It would be pretty silly if you could go up to Luna Base and then to get back down to Earth, you would have to go like all the way back to Kepavar, Fractyr Fortress, through Fractyr Homeworld, and then get teleported back to Earth. But on the other hand, that's exactly the kind of thing that a game like this would do. Well, I'm not gonna risk it. I mean, I did just save state, but I'm still no. Most people aren't even ready to level up. Like half my party doesn't have enough level up anyway. There's not much point. That door that had something, yeah, side of it. One. And in the entry to the chambers of the High Council of the Centauri Alliance, a solid wall of force blocks further progress. The council is always guarded when in session. Okay, so I can't go in there. And AJ, how's it going? And drop this after a few hours. Mike is choppy. Yeah, probably just cut me off when I'm sort of muttering to myself that probably just to gain find where to do it. Well, goes. Anyway, big on this too. And in the entry to the Alliance's jail for political prisoners, there are 2 cell doors on the east wall. Who else is present? Alliance jail. All right, let's update my snapshot. Stand in a cell within the Alliance's jail. The door is sealed shut, and there appears to be no way out. Your powers feel limited. Oh no. I don't think I have any like special items that would let me burrow through the wall, and also, I mean, I do pass wall spell if I'm allowed to use it. Has it, Curtis? Okay, yeah, you can pass wall into. Oh, you can pass wall. Weird, but okay. Apparently, they don't have very good. But let's continue to look around the rest of the area. Out is fair enough. Alliance jail. I go in here. Same thing. Load up here. If I need to, I can get into the Alliance HQ by tunneling all kind of funny. Explore the rest first. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. Not in nothing in here. It's a little funny that I can navigate around the mini. It's convenient, but it looks kind of funny. Here, someone wants to fight. How are you doing there, Jay? You just done at work? Let's two bureaucrats, two rock stars, two experiments, three evil soldiers. Oh well, we know they're evil, and one chairperson. Why not? Shoot the shoot the evil soldiers. Great, wonderful. Your kitchen sink and a memo. All right. I thought this central area was going to be one big complex, but no, apparently it's divided into a bunch of little smaller areas. All right, had to close because the CEO walked by. Yeah, no. Shame we don't have boss buttons on stuff so much anymore. Big, or did I just run into an encounter? It's an encounter. It's for pushers, two chairpersons, Sparamex, one X away, two more Sparamex, full soldiers, four lobbyists, two bureaucrats, and two red teamers. Let's just run away from. I did not get away. Technically, you're about to be on YouTube. I feel like it would be bad optics. Yeah, the bosses like they're busy. Bacterians dying. Let's shot here. Most on exploring the place here. Weird neighborhood on Earth. Oh, door here. Empty. Someone who wants to fight me. Right, yet another battle. 4 assassins, 6 soldiers, 1 Renfrew's buddy, 4 more assassins, another chairperson, 4 more assassins, 3 lobbyists, and another 3 lobbyists. How this goes. Shoot the lobbyist. An assassin. Yeah, shoot Renfrew. At least Fractyrian and my shape map Fractyr soldier can do like entire combat wide spells and just route everything if they get lucky. Downside is I have no control over what they do, so maybe they just try to melee the person instead. Also, okay, bad. 1 evil soldier, 2 assassins. Hey, we won. But like 10,000 XP and a Zippo lighter. Fractyr. Ivra has biotech high enough that I can. That's place mapped. Looking like this. with this big central area being Senate, apparently. And it's actually fairly easy. Senate, have to wall spell. I didn't find any hidden entrances to it or anything, so I think I actually have to use the pass wall spell. Pick up an ID or something from random encounters, which isn't impossible. It would be kind of annoying, unable to finish the game unless you have pass wall, because that is, what is that? Body level 10 skill? Psionic ability blocked. Try again here. Okay, psionic abilities are blocked in. Oh, actually, do I have to do it from the jail? Kind of funny if I do have. I actually have to do it from the jail. No, no, I can. Oh, but this tile doesn't get me into Senate. Tile just leads. Go up, go around the way. Abilities are being blocked. Okay, yeah, apparently jail. For whatever reason, the jail cells are the only places where psionic abilities are not being. How does that make sense? I don't know. Make a hard save here. No. Just too bad. Oh. Yeah. A weird thing. All right. Either going to be a fair way up to another floor or boss. Save a shot. All right. What do we got? A burst into the meeting chambers of the High Council. The Council session. Okay. What is the meaning of this? The Donsai counselor cries. We have information concerning treachery from inside this very council, Drac shouts. Counselor Renfrew, something, including the Fractyrian. They are the traitors. They're wanted on charges of counter-espionage and high treason. I demand they be placed under arrest. Guards, throw them into the Alliance prison. Typically, counter-espionage is something you do to stop espionage. It's generally a good thing. Stop, the Fractyrian commands. A stasis field envelops the room. These courageous adventurers have come to plead their case. Renfrew is the traitor, Varian says. Where's your proof? The council demands. Silent. Allow me to explain, Varian says, stepping forward. I was on a special mission to investigate the Daynab invasion through Capivar, an Alliance fringe world. My reports went to Councilor Renfrew, who urged me to secrecy. I found that Capivar was the site of a Fractyrian prison with potential connection, something, for a plot to exploit the space. I knew the invasion had to have resulted from treachery within the High Council. Our enemies had access to all our information. All of a sudden, my cover was blown, and I was taken captive. Councillor Renfrew knew of my location and the reason for the invasion, but told you nothing. It was he supplying our enemies with information. He is the traitor. For as fast as it goes when it's moving, it sure does take a while to load it to bit. I also bear witness to this, the Fractyrian says. Our people can produce evidence to substantiate a charge of treason. Fractyrian then points at Renfrew. Speak truth! Renfrew, under truth compulsion, nods. It is true. I can help you no further, the Fractyrian says. Glad tidings to all through a never-ending hope. Can you really prove that he was using a truth compulsion as opposed to just mind control? I don't think so. If I were Renfrew, I would demand an actual trial here. And also, I would say maybe let's not trust the mysterious mind control alien. Anyway, you, as valiant agents of the Centauri Alliance, are each awarded the Medal of Honor for distinguished service to the billions of individuals in the Centauri Alliance. Medal of Honor. Is it right there? The scenario is completed, but greater adventure awaits you on your second mission. Until then, you are on your own. Good luck and farewell. Second mission. They never did make a second mission. This game did not do particularly well, and it marked sort of the end of Michael Cranford's career in games, which is kind of a shame, but also this was not a very good game, so I can understand why. But yes, good luck and farewell to us. Insert roster disc. Here. Save our characters, port them into the next game. So yeah, this has been Centauri Alliance. It's done, it's finished, at long last. This is a lot longer than I thought it would be. Um, kind of mixed feelings. It's not a very good game. I do like some aspects of it, like the combat mechanics, how the combat works on the little where you get to target people and all that. It's interesting, it's fun. It's definitely an improvement over the Bard Still system, where you just have, oh, enemies are so many feet away, just in text. I do like this better. There's a good variety of weapons. On the other hand, you can't switch weapons in combat, which means that if you have a character with a melee, they can't swap it out for a ranged weapon, a gun. They can still throw things, throwing weapons. Uh, it's not too bad. Like, you get some pretty good throwing weapons. Well, this guy is still telling me orders await me on Omicron 7. No, they don't. I've completed my mission. Now, there's a decent variety of throwing weapons. Some of them are just like throw a dart at a single enemy. It's like grenades. Unfortunately, grenades don't stack. It would be better if things like grenades stacked. That would make throwing weapons a lot more useful. As it is, each one is going to take up its own inventory space. And there's so many different items that you pick up throughout the game, and you have no idea what they do. get items with charges and try to use them, and it says it's out of charges. There's like a core of good combat system, but then all the things around it that are just like poorly balanced, designed, perhaps bugged, really take away. Like there's a system there that hints at like good strategic combat, but then you have to finish the combat in the first round, or else you're probably going to die because all of the enemies can also do all the same things that you often even better. Like enemies have access to really high level advanced psionic abilities from almost the start of the game. Like from when you're on Kevner's world, you'll have enemies that can summon like a stone man. And summoning a stone man is like a level 10 energy spell or matter spell. And then that stone man can shred your entire party for like 130 points of damage per round. And it has a ton of HP. Just there's the basis of a good system in here, but it's so poorly implemented and balanced that it makes combat extremely frustrating from like the halfway point of the game onward. And it's just a roll of the dice as to whether or not you will be able to. None of them are even on here. I thought I would be on Luna Base, but apparently not. Just a coin flip as to can you get through the first round of combat and take out enough of the enemies that first round that you can survive their attacks? And if you can, then it's basically done. And if you can't, you might as well reload. And so it makes most of the psionic abilities also useless because most of them are like buffing powers or like, hey, maybe you can paralyze the enemy for a turn, but like your psionicist is probably not going to go first or until pretty end. So paralyze the enemies for a round really matters if you that first round, and at that point you might as well have just shot things with a gun. The damaging ability, but in most psionic damaging abilities don't do much damage and have really short range. So why bother? Why bother buffing your characters when all that matters is how many you can blast down in the first turn? It's frustrating. I would like it to have been better, but it really isn't. And then you get stuff like the graphics. The graphics are terrible. This is a 1990 game as well. What else came out in 1990? 1990 G releases. 1990 got like Wizardry 6, Bane of the Cosmic out. It looks a lot better. Yeah, you got the AD&D editions collector set with all the gold box games. Much better. Yeah, just boring visually. Like it's Commodore 64, but they could have done better on the Commodore 64. A lot of the problems is that it was basically a Michael Cranford solo project. He had very, very limited help from other staff at Broderbung Software. So, and like obviously, he was not a graphics guy. He was a programming guy. Just like it's bad for a game of its time. It's bad for a game of its genre. Like by this time, other dungeon RPG, dungeon crawlers, they had more varied tiled sets. They had more tiles within a tile set. It's it's not much excuse to look this bad. Sound design, likewise. There's no music. There's almost no sound effects. The sound effects are just like little chips from the computer. Point in a lot of ways. Again, the class design is in as much as there are classes, the leveling them is just frustrating in a lot of ways. Because you get this fairly free form level up skills, and then you have to sort of work XP off of your like, skill training. So rather than gaining XP toward your next level, you're basically gaining XP faster than trained before you can go train a new one, which is interesting. And it's a different way of doing things than, but also the way it's implemented is that you can never have enough XP to level twice. Most you can ever have is having your current skill paid off, and then as much as it would take to get you 1,000 XP away from skill. Never level twice, which means you wind up wasting a lot of XP, especially when you're in a long dungeon that you can't retreat from to go back to Earth to train back. I don't mind having to go visit a trainer. There's a lot of games where you visit a trainer to level up, but in those games, typically you're counting up XP and can level 2 or 3, 5 times at a time when you do go. And that's much more satisfying. You know, you go through a long dungeon, you get a ton of XP from killing things, quest reward stuff, and then you go a bunch of times once. Hey, it's great. In this, you can never do that. And wasting XP, terrible. The equipment system, again, there's like the core of a pretty interesting system here. There's a lot of different types of gear that you can find. Like you can buy the basic gear at a store. There's one other store that sells tier 2 gear on the first planet you go to. And then from then on, the only way you get new find it after a battle, which in and of itself isn't terrible, but that also includes ammunition. And some of the new weapons you find use ammunition types that you can also only ever get as random drops. So you're never going to find it. You're never going to find enough of it to be able to justify new weapons unless that new weapon an ammo type you can actually buy. So like some of the laser guns I found and that M45 automat or whatever it's called that Travis has been using. Those do both use ammo types that I can. Did my party leader? Yeah, my party leader, Shape Master, left the party. I still have the Fractyrian, the alien, but my party leader has apparently vanished. That's weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can only ever find ammo for better weapons through random drops, so you're just never going to be able to weapons long term. You maybe use until they run out of ammo and then discard them. And then just random consumable items that you find, which they do something good. Experiment with them, but oftentimes the game say, oh, it doesn't have any charges. Can't use it. Or, oh, so and so can't use this item. What does it do? Who knows? There's that, what's he called again? The Prophet, the Oracle. The Oracle back on Andrini. He'll identify items for you for a small fee, but that involves going all the way back to Andrini and into the dungeon to find his room, and then identifying the items and whether or not they'll even work. A lot of them do seem to be bugged. Just very disappointing game in a lot of ways, and I absolutely cannot recommend playing it. Don't play this game. Maybe someday someone will remake it, but I kind of doubt it. If they did remake it, it would have to be a total remake, because you can't just port this over as is to modern systems and hope that people enjoy it, because it's so much of this game is deeply flawed. Yeah, no, it's a shame that this is Michael Cranford's final game. He did have a credit on a later one, like sort of a horror adventure game, but I think he was sort of consulting and work on the programming for it. But like this is the last actual game that he had a creative role in. And it's just a shame that that's how it is. Because he did a lot of good on The Bard's Tale, or eventually leaving Interplay to go join Broderbund because whatever drama went on there. But yeah, that's it for Centauri Alliance. That's it for the sort of Bard's Tale games and Bard's Tale adjacent. There are two more out there. There is the Wizard's Tale, the Mage's Tale, which is a VR only title. Someday maybe I'll get a VR set and I'll be able to play that and stream it, but not going to be anytime soon. And then there's Warlocks of Largemagne, which is an audio speaker only game for the Amazon Alexa. I don't have an Amazon Alexa. I'm not going to get one. And it did get a mobile port, but the mobile port has been delisted from everything. Just not available anymore. Maybe someday I will find a ROM or whatever of that online and be able to emulate it. But I've looked and it's just not available. The only APKs I could find were $1. They don't have all the game data, and since the servers are also offline, servers of the publisher are offline, can't download the full game files using the installer. So I would have to be able to find somewhere a dump of the entire game with all of its data intact. I've looked a little bit. I have not found it. I'm not that concerned. And there are, I think, some playthroughs of it on YouTube. Check those if you're interested. But yeah, be moving on from the Bard's Tale, I suppose. I'll be probably taking a look at Wizardry next. Not next. Next is going to be an game starting on time. But when I get back around to old school Western CRPG, I'll be taking a look at Wizardry. Probably taking a look at the station version of it. There's a collection, originally Japanese only, but has with the fan translation of the first 3 Wizards. And I'll be starting in on that for my old school. But also next is so. Until then, stay safe, have fun, thanks for watching, and please remain journey through hyperspace. Goodbye.